The new Sheridan Club's summer party, this time Jubilee themed. As you can tell, what I'm wearing means I'm able to wear my tiara, which doesn't get an airing often, but I thought tonight was perfect for it. There's going to be quite a lot of fun and games going on, as there always are at new Sheridan Club parties. There's the customary shooting game based on the Russian royal family this time. There is the snuff bar. There is also going to be some Jubilee-themed poetry and a band playing called Lobby Lud and the Luddites. Yes, there's going to be lots going on, and we're going to try and capture as much of it as we can. This is Sadie Doherty for the Vintage News.
I've managed to waylay Artemis, the organiser of this evening's shenanigans. Hello, sir.
Good evening.
It's all going very well, isn't it?
It is. It's nice to see that our parties are still really working well and really coming off well. It's very much a team effort, the whole committee working together, but we really do them for the members. So if they didn't turn up, we'd pretty much stop doing it. They keep on coming back, so we keep on throwing the parties.
Okay, now, I'm not particularly familiar with the new Sheridan Club. This is a members-only club, but you don't actually have a home-based venue?
No, we're like the original clubs and the Masons when they first started, in that we meet in one pub, the Wheatsheaf pub off Oxford Circus, the first Wednesday of the month. And there's a room upstairs there where we meet, and we've been meeting there for about 6 years now. Oh. We also throw 2 parties a year. This is a summer party, then there's a winter party, and there's a different theme for each of those. And we also do things like picnics, and we do a punting trip, and we always advertise anything else that anyone else is doing on the whole scene, really. So obviously, we're very much behind the Chap Olympics, yes, but also things like swing dancing lessons, Lindy Hop lessons, craft fairs that people are holding, how to be a gentleman days, anything like that. We're always very much behind.
Right, so it's kind of a community sharing.
Yes, because about most of our members live in London, but quite a few abroad, or they can't come into town very often, or they live in, say, somewhere like Nottingham, and we get told, oh, there's a vintage fair in Nottingham. So we'd like to put it on the club so that way members all around the world can know about what's going on.
Right. That must take a lot of administrative time, keeping all of your stuff up to date.
That's not my job in the committee, but I imagine it takes Hartley quite a lot of time to sort out, yes.
Excellent. Okay, so obviously this evening we've had some shooting the Romanovs in the basement.
Yes.
And pinning the what was
it? It was a safety pin on the Queen. Yes.
So most irreverent that was.
We like to do it because the club has lots of different kinds of people in. It's easy to look at it and think it's like the New Conservative Front or a bunch of old fogies or something like that. But our members have an enormously broad opinion base. We come together on certain issues.
I find that the whole chat movement seems to be very easily confused with imperialism.
Exactly. It can seem like a BNP meeting, but when you speak to people more, you realise, no, yes, he's got a nice suit on, but he's a raving socialist or a communist, or he's right-wing, but there's a nice mix of people. Most people fall in the middle. Yeah. They just like bits and pieces of different areas, really. So we like to keep, especially as with our Jubilee theme, we don't want to be a royalist society, because that's not what we are. No, many of the members are Republicans or aren't really sure, whereas others are firm monarchists. So we like to be able to reflect everything in what we do, so we don't feel we're squeezing people out. The golden thread we like to think of in the Sheridan Club is there is no clique. There's no leadership sect. There's no cool people. Everyone is as uncool as everybody else.
Excellent. Very nicely put. Okay, so obviously we've managed to sneak along and have a look at your summer party. So if people want to catch up with you, then obviously they can find you on the web and come along to your Wednesday evenings.
Yes.
So other than that, then we've got to look forward to the Christmas bash.
Yes, the Christmas party. We no idea what the theme will be yet, but we like to move it around. It's a different theme all the time, which basically means chaps can always come along in black or white tie for pretty much anything, and the ladies how they like to dress. But as you can see, we like to dress it up a little bit so there's a bit more room for manoeuvre.
Fantastic. Okay, well, thank you very much for speaking with us.
Always a pleasure to speak to Vintage News. Thank you.
Cheers.
We have a packed programme of games and performances, beginning right now with club member Niall Spooner-Harvey, who's going to read us a Jubilee poem that he's written especially for the occasion.
Here is my best effort about the Jubilee. And it goes like this. Although I am keen to write a tribute to the Queen, doing so is hard for me or any bard. I asked the poet laureate, and she said, Niall, I'm sorry, it's impossible. There's nothing to write about. The Queen has to stay inscrutable for the UK to be reputable, and as such can't say or do anything that might make your poem usable.
Hello, I'm here with Lobby Lud and the Luddites. How's your evening been?
It was going very well till we had to say it all again. Yes, we've had a splendid time. It's always a pleasure. The national anthem went down extraordinarily well.
Yes, no, that was amazing. I've never heard such a rousing rendition.
It was heartfelt and we
Brought a tear, really, didn't it?
It did.
The man over there said it was seamless.
We had a mixture of royalists, monarchists, and then frankly anarchists within our number, and yet we all came together for that moment. I was actually thinking, God save the King. Sorry?
It doesn't happen often either.
No, that was our most together moment of the evening.
And I hear, yes, tonight was the first time you'd all played together.
Yes, the drummer, he retired. We coaxed him out. The other 8 people I asked couldn't do it. The gorilla, we normally have a gorilla, he couldn't make it tonight. We managed with Winching Wallace, who's a splendid drummer. We're very, very proud of him. And Mr. Colin Kibber and Mr. Eccentric, Paul Eccentric, who's our trombonist, washboard and pans, and very hungry because they were from the kitchen. Apparently.
Did you say your name was Colin Kibber?
Colin Kibber.
As in right and wrong?
Yeah.
Yes.
As in Lobby Lud.
Oh, yes.
Because I come from Regis on Sea, which is a seaside resort that's completely made up. And basically, when I first started performing, it got so bad I had to assume a character of somebody shady at the end of a pier handing out fivers to gain a reaction. Since then, it's stuck, really.
Okay. Can you explain the custard creams?
Yeah. One of our glorious leaders within the new Sheridan Club used to do the crème anglaise, Cirque de crème anglaise, and they used to hand out custard creams. And I was on my way up to the Chap Olympics, and I wrote and playing with these people. They're a performing poets group, and I wrote a song on the train. About custard creams.
Okay.
And when I arrived at their evening in Covent Garden, I was so drunk from the Chap Olympics I could only do the first 2 verses. And the very next day we performed in the home counties. Keep going. We performed in the home counties and managed to do the second and third verse. It's a whole 2-day song.
Paul's actually got a very interesting story about that.
Yes, tell us. Last year, actually the day of the last new Sheridan Club do, we played at Burnham-on-Sea on the pier, and we got thrown off the pier.
Into the sea or onto the land?
Onto the land, it was rather dull. But it was her pier, and it wasn't ours to use. What's the raffle?
The raffle is starting now, so thank you very much for speaking to us.
Well, we've had a thoroughly lovely time here at the new Sheridan Club Summer Bash. Obviously this year they were going for the Jubilee as their theme, and although they were a little bit late, no one here seems to have minded. Yes, very nice, relaxed, and yet bubbly evening. It's kind of like at the level of merriment that everyone hopes their local pub would always be at. And where, of course, everyone was happy to talk to you and everyone looked fantastic. So, well done to the new Sheridan Club. Fantastic evening. We hope to catch up with you at the next one. This is Kieran Spooner for the Vintage News.